Welcome, Heart and Soul Mothers, to my new video. This is me, Jana, from Soul Life Now, and I hope you like my new background. Just came in last week, and I really love pine trees. For me, pine trees symbolize stability, and I guess we all need stability in these times now. So in this video, I want to talk about how you can stay stable in the world we are living in right now. So here we go. You probably are also worried about the state of our world we are living in right now, and probably the state we are living in for the past 2 years. It feels like it has been a constant crisis on the outside. And for some, that of course has a big impact on your life and your inside world as well. And how can you be affected by all of this? One, of course, it is the news, or the accounts you are following on the internet, on your smartphone, on social media, and because there are certain accounts or certain people who really alarm you every time you check what they have to share. And of course it's the news. Of course, they don't really present you with anything good in particular, in general. So it is alarming, and especially because it now affects everybody. 2.5 years ago, a lot of the problems were somewhere else, and of course it still was alarming as well. But now we all are asked to come to a state again, though, to be not as affected by what is happening on the outside. And my biggest suggestion for that is, don't watch the news every day. For me, I have to say, I don't watch them at all anymore. I just, of course, get to know certain things from certain people, and that is enough for me, and I know some people will not agree and I would have said the same thing 2.5 years ago. I always thought it is part of being a member of this society to watch the news every day, to be informed. But I noticed, and maybe you can agree, that if you watch the news every day, it just rattles you so much that it affects my life as a mother so much that I don't really am handling my child well. I'm not getting along with my partner well. And my biggest task, if you might say, in this world, in this life, in my lifetime, is to be a good mother, to be a calm mother, and to be a good partner. And if the news and all that stuff, that all these informations or news, certain influences, if they get me out of that state, then I need to change something. And for me, this is one of the biggest things you can think about. And you don't have to do it for your whole lifetime. But I think the biggest task you have now is to calm yourself, to connect yourself to your inner calmness again. And that is one big step to shut down the noise. This is really important. And try to find people on social media, and there are many of them, who try to do that as well, to not alarm you all the time, because it's not good. It's not good for your system. It's not good for your immune system. It's not good for anything, because you produce cortisol all the time. I hope that's the right word in English. But this is a hormone that is not good for your system, and it makes you weak. So how can you do that? And first, I say it again, reduce the noise that is coming from the outside. And then try to calm down your nerves on a regular basis. And that is to have a routine, a daily routine, and to be consistent with it. If you watch other videos of mine, this is really something I keep repeating, but I have to repeat that for myself as well too. So it's always a note to myself as well. So please don't see me as somebody telling you, okay, I'm so good and I'm doing it all perfectly. I don't. But I have to remind myself as well, and I have to remind you as well. So be consistent and have something you can do in the morning and something you can do at night. In the morning, my routine is the first thing when I wake up, I don't even get up unless I have to go to the toilet. I go back to bed, and then I do my breathing rounds. I was inspired mostly by Wim Hof, but I got to know many great people after that who teach breath work. And in the end, you come up with the routine that is fitting your style, but start with Wim Hof. He has a lot of videos here on YouTube. So I think this really brings me in a good spot to start the day. Because I don't know if I used to be that way when I woke up in the morning. I was already like, oh my God, I was very anxious all the time, and was worried what I had to do during the day. And this really, to stick to that routine, it really calms me. It calms my whole system, my nervous system. And this is the first step. Then I take a cold shower, and most people are like, oh my God, I couldn't do that at all. And I thought that as well. I was always very, I was always quickly cold or freezing. But I'm doing that now for over 2 years now. And of course, it is still some hesitation to do that. But I start with warm shower, and then I do the cold part. And I usually do 1.5 minutes. And it really gives you a good kickstart to the day. And before that, I clean myself with sea salt, with a sea salt rub. I'm just doing by myself. It's high quality sea salt. I add some kind of oil like sesame oil or olive oil. I mix it up, and I also put in some essential oils like lavender. And then I rub myself, then I do the cold shower, and then I'm ready for the day. And as I said, I'm not perfect at all, because my evening routine was kind of shitty, not very good in the past year, probably, because I didn't do anything to calm my nervous system. I did just quite the opposite. I was watching Netflix, and you might do that as well. I was actually looking out for content that isn't really alarming, or I wasn't watching Breaking Bad anymore, because that doesn't really lift my mood. So I was watching funny stuff. But still, it was like a week ago, I thought, what am I doing here? This is not really working, and I need to change it. But it was hard for me to change that routine. And what I did then was, I just started that at the beginning of this week. I lay down on the floor, and I got that advice from a really, really great coach of mine. So I lay down on the floor, I put down my feet against the wall up, and I lay down, put in my earplugs. If you got now noise cancelling headphones, you can do that as well. And I just lay down for 30 minutes and I don't do anything. I just lay there. I'd get a bit uncomfortable. So I put my legs down and then like I just bend them. Yes, that's the word. I bend them. So and I put my hands below my back, at the lower back. I do that. Like you can actually just go with the flow. Look what feels good, what feels comfortable for you. But I have to say, it really improved my sleep in such a big way. And it really, really calms you. And I actually did that yesterday. I also did that during the day, just for 10 minutes. I just put my feet up on the couch, and they were bent in a 90-degree angle on the couch, and I was lying on the floor. I just did that for 10 minutes before I picked up my son. And it really helps. And you nothing, no noise, no music, just yourself, and to calm down. So I have a lot of other things I'm doing to keep me stable. One part of it is, of course, get in contact with nature. One thing can be walk barefoot. And I know in some parts of the world it is getting quite cold already, but just do that for 10 minutes. If you still got a small child and you go to the playground, kick off your shoes, kick off your socks. People will look at you oddly, but who cares? It is about you and your energy. And again, remember, your energy comes first. Heart and soul mothers who already listened to myself know that this is my mantra. So to keep it short and sweet, these are my thoughts on how to be stable like the pine trees. I really wish you from the bottom of my heart that you find a way to calm yourself, to be calm in these moving times. And I'm definitely here for you. I would love to hear your comments. And see you soon, Heart and Soul Mother. And all the love, and see you soon. Bye.